Welcome to the very first Wake Up Call with Craig. I'm Craig Laird. I'm going to be with you Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. for an hour, or you can catch up when you wake up in the US. I'm going to be highlighting some products that's coming up throughout the day. I'm even going to be giving you a sneak peek at some brand new launches. We're even going to go behind the scenes, which just means you never know who might pop in for a chat. All new, isn't it? All new. So today we've got, on our very first show of Wake Up with Craig, we have got a preview of some of the things that's going to be coming up on today's show. But what I'm going to do as well throughout the morning, throughout the show anyway, I'm going to be joined by three of my favourite people. Three of my favourite people that I just thought I need to have part of this show, this very first show. And of course, let's say hello to my number one fan. It is, of course, it's got to be my mum, hasn't it? Hiya, Mum. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hiya, how you doing?
Hi, good morning.
Are you doing okay?
I'm fine,
Good, good, good. Oh, you're on the screen as well. Yeah, so I know it's good to see. We did obviously video face chat the other day, but I know it's good to actually see you. It's been a couple of weeks in person since we last seen you. But yes, Monday morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How do you feel? Feel good?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Now, I just want to ask you, Mum, you have, I do know this question, but you've kind of got a favourite crafty product that, or project that I've made you in the past, haven't you?
Yes, I do.
You do, yeah. Well, what I want you to do is don't show it just yet. Either go and get it, or if you've got it at you, we'll come back to you just shortly, maybe in about 15 minutes or so. And what we're going to do is we'll come back and we'll go through what it is that or what it was that I made you coming up later on the show.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you. See you shortly. Now, so if all of you at home, you want to get social with me, then what you want to do is head across onto our Crafters TV. So you're going to be watching the show, and you can then just tune in and comment. So either on Facebook, let me just put my cup of tea down. So either on Facebook or YouTube, you can then just comment. We're going to be chatting away with you. I've seen we. It's just me on my own. So many are tuning in already, just popping on. So whether it is the Crafters TV Facebook page or whether it is on YouTube, then you can be tuning in as well. So let's start it off with the very first demo that we're going to be showing you later on. It's going to be actually coming up on a craft vault. So that is going to be on at 11 a.m, but we're also going to be showing it at 7 p.m. as well. So today, the show is all about buy one, get two free with every bundle. Every bundle, you're going to be buying one and you're going to get two free. So within these ones here, from this first one anyway, from this show, my choice was, of course, none other than our double-sided dies. You know I love my double-sided dies, so I thought let's get stuck in. We're going to be showing you how these work within these ones here. So what's going to happen is you're going to buy this rectangle box. So this is double-sided. It's going to create your lid. It's going to create your base at the exact same time. You buy this one. What we're also going to throw in for you as well is we're going to throw in stamps as well as cardstock. So this is the stamps you're going to get as well. So I've got them all nicely onto a board. This is part of one of Sarah's signature collection. This is our Garden of Love collection. This is all about birding wreaths, or what you can then do as well, do accents, do corners, anything like that. But what you're going to need as well is you're going to need cardstock as well. We've got these sheets. We have got 4 different colours. Now this is from part of another Sarah's signature collection, which is Sarah's Crafty Fun. This is our pearlescent cardstock. Now you can see here it's A4 in size, so if you are in the States, just a bit smaller than a letter size, but within these ones here, you can cut them, you can emboss them, you can die cut them, you can do so many different things with them. You've got all these sheets, 4 colours, you're getting 6 of each as well. But I know you want to know exactly how the double-sided dies work. Maybe you're new to Crafter's Companion, maybe you're new to double-sided dies. So what we're going to do to start with is we need our plates. We need our plates for our Gemini. So what we're going to do is we're then just going to take our actual die cutting plates for our Gemini. So I'm just taking our 2 cutting plates. So this is key when it comes to the double-sided dies. You're going to take your 2 cutting plates when it comes to your Gemini. What you're also going to need is these 2 plates. I call them my mint plates. These are extra tough, extra sturdy. These are going to work with your double-sided. So what we can do is if we just bring in our base plate here, I'm going to bring in our double-sided box. So if we open this one up, you're going to see how you have then got double-sided die on each side, hence why it's called double-sided dies. So what we're going to do on this one is let's take this outside die, and I say outside die, what this actually does is creates the lid and it creates the base as well. So what we're going to do is we're bringing in one of these extra tough plates, as I like to call them. So you've got your base plate, you've got your extra tough plate. What I'm then going to do, let's actually bring in a piece of that cardstock to show you. We're going to go in it for this rich red, keeping in mind this is double-sided and you get this included. So we're going to pop that one over the top. So if I can see on each side here, you've got your double edge all the way around. So from this one here, it is then going to be my base. So that's just going to sit nicely onto there. You're not going to waste all this bit of cardstock. You're then going to be more frugal than I am. But what we're then going to do, because this cuts the lid at the exact same time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit that over the top. Placing that over the top, then that's then just going to enable you to do the base as well as the lid at the exact same time. Sits over the top nicely, bringing in our next one. So as this one comes into place, it just sits over the top. Now, if you like to do your boxes, if you like to do maybe home decor items, if you like to maybe do gifts, whether it is soft crafts or whether it is, maybe you like to bake things and make things, now you can then do your boxes really, really quickly. As I say, does the lid and the base at the same time. You don't need to watch and you don't need to worry about having all the measurements or anything like that. But let's take these ones here, and I just want to say as well, we have got so many of you watching, tuning in, across on our Facebook, but also across on our YouTube as well. So we're going to say hi to you all very, very shortly, all over the globe. So it's an absolute pleasure to have your company. Well, today, this morning, which is morning time here in the UK. So let's bring this first one in here. This does all the scoring for you. So if I just tilt it to the side, you'll be able to see you've got the score lines all the way around when it comes to your base of the box. Let's then bring in our next piece just here. Does exactly the same, but what it does is it also then does the lines all the way around. So we're just going to fold it and assemble it. Now keeping in mind later on, because these are part of Craft Vault, we've got Craft Vault here at 11 a.m. and then again at 7 p.m. at night. So this is the sort of things that I get to get a sneak peek at first. I get to bring my favourite ones in first. So if you are excited about that, I want to know, I want to see what you're thinking, what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting me to do over time as well. So I'm just going to bring in my scoring tool, which we've got just at the side, just here. Simply just by scoring these lines, just burnishing them, and then it just gives them a nice clean cut image all the way around. So we're just folding over the top. Now you can be doing them in so many different colours, different styles that you can be doing. Let me know what sort of things you would want to pop into your box. Like I say, it could be handmade gifts, it could be just something that you want to then just make. Maybe you want to make and sell them. Maybe you know someone that makes their own things. You can then make and sell these boxes to them. It's up to you. Main thing to remember as well, everything at Crafter's Companion, designed at Crafter's Companion, which means you can make and sell to your heart's content. So let's just add a bit of adhesive all the way around. I'm just taking a tape runner, but if we then just take all these little tabs here, folding these tabs over, and then we're simply just tucking that in just to the side, tucking it over, and then we're just pressing that together like that one. So that one just goes in just nicely. We're just going to, so now many of you are saying that you actually like that music for the show. It's quite good actually, really funky, really good. So that Bark Buns, I love reading some of the names that come up, whether it is obviously on Facebook, but the best names are absolutely on YouTube. 100%. I love to go through, see what all your names are saying. So let's just fold this one as well. But I'm going to do as well, let's just see what everyone's saying as well, because I'm simply just folding all of these. So we have got Christine Mahoney, good morning to you as well. You're up at 4 a.m. to support me. Thank you so much. We've got myself, we've also got Erin, we've also got Liam as well. We've even got Adam helping today as well. He's the tech whiz. He knows everything when it comes to tech. And trust me, when I say everything, I mean everything. No pressure there, Adam. So we're just going to add the adhesive onto this bit as well. We've got Katie from California. We've got Helen from Bolton as well. Pat from Michigan. Gosh, you guys stateside, you really are up early as well. I know you've got something big craft-wise with Sarah coming up later on, maybe next week after. Stay tuned. But we've also got Angela is saying good morning. Craig from Tennessee saying hi. Sneaky watching on my phone. So you're at work and you're watching while you're at work. Tell me what you work as. Let me know what you work as. Hope your boss doesn't catch you. If he does, she does, Don't blame me. It's your fault. You know, I'm passing the buck here. We've then got Maxine saying, hi campers, Heidi campers, rightio, saying, hi from a very cold Essex. We'll get there, Heidi, the Heidi hi, Heidi ho, Heidi hi, one of the others. And we've got Jaita saying, 1 a.m. from the middle of California, Southern California. Wow. So whether you are here in the UK, whether you are across statesides, thank you so much. Absolutely, we've got someone from Texas as well. Tuning in, Kev, from Texas. So many across the globe. Anyway, just while I was chatting away, I was just popping them ones together, just with a bit of adhesive. Then what happens is, this can then just sit over the top just nicely like that one. So as we pop the lid on, then what happens is, we're just going to sit that one into place. Now, instantly, that gives you your box. So that gives you your lid, and that gives you your base as well. You can then come along and decorate it. So you maybe want to decorate it with any of these stamps that you're also getting in that bundle, because remember, you're getting their double-sided dies, but then what we're also giving you is we're giving you the stamp set as well, which you can create that nice wreath. However, what you're also getting, and actually I'm going to have to lean over because I've actually sneakily cut into it already, but you're getting your A4 cardstock as well. Not just any cardstock, it's our pearlescent cardstock. It's from Sarah's signature. So you're getting all of these sheets. So you're getting 4 colours. You're actually getting 6 sheets of each of them. Now, keep in mind, yours won't be die cut like my ones, but look at the tones that you're getting within these ones here. I promise, you will not get these ones as well. So these are getting that opportunity for you at home to get a head start when it comes to the craft vault. Everything when it comes to the craft vault is buy one, get 2 free. That's everything. So I want you to check them out. But then what we can do is we can show you something we're going to then preview just later on. Bring in something. It could be your edgeables. It could be your die cuts. It could be anything that you've got at home. Bringing in your paper pads. You can then just see that you're then just popping that one onto the top just there. So you think about all the different things you've got within your crafty stash. Let's actually just cut that, and then we will then just pop it onto the box, because we're actually, in case you want to know how to make that, that's also coming up in Craft Vault. We'll show you that later on in the show as to how you can create this style. So a bit of adhesive all the way around as well. So let's just pop that one onto the back. Then all we're simply going to do is just pop that over the top. That gives you a nice focal point when it comes to the actual decoration. You'll be able to see within this one here, it's got the sentiment already. So really quick, really simple, you can be creating your boxes for all these different occasions. Maybe you just want to stick a few little handmade cards in, just say you're thinking of you, or thank you, or anything like that. You can be doing that. But that is just something that's going to be coming up throughout the day. It's going to be on Craft Vault, which is in at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. as well. I'm going to be on the 11 a.m. one with Joe. So remember, everything that's going to be in with Craft Vault is going to be buy one, and you're going to get 2 free. I would do a shout out and do buy one, get 2 free. But seeing it's only me, we'll just say it. It's buy one, you get 2 free. Now, going on, we're going to then just introduce kind of like my second guest, but really the main guest, absolutely. We've got Sarah. She is the founder and the creative director of course, Crafter's Companion. But she does so much more than just crafting. Have a look. This is going to show you, it's going to give you a wee sneak peek as to what she likes to do when, you know, she's not in the building crafting.
Morning, so this is me. Most mornings, 5:30. Oh, morning, so this is me. Most mornings, 5:30. Up for a run before work. Set us up for the day, tremendous. Although, it's pretty cold at the moment, I'm not laughing.
Rather you than me. I can't even run to the end of the street, never mind do what you do each morning.
Do you know what? Loads of you ask me about this all the time. And I keep mentioning it a little bit on the shows. But it's nice to have this show, isn't it? To be able to talk a little bit differently about other stuff, not just all about craft. So, yes, I've been going running now for... about 18 months actually. So I'll be really honest, I had gestational diabetes. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't actually.
Yeah, I had gestational diabetes through both of my pregnancies. And so they've told me basically I need I should really be keeping my weight under a lot more control than what I probably am. Certainly what I was over Christmas with all the goodies. She says, having brought cakes and marshmallows in today. By the way, our Charlie baked you the cake. And I baked you all the marshmallows. Not all for you. No, I baked the marshmallows. So yes, we've got marshmallows and cakes. Seeing it was a special day for his first show, so I'll leave them there. You can enjoy them through the show.
Absolutely.
But yes, so my gestational diabetes that I had. So the doctor advised me, why don't you just go running a couple of days a week? And I said, you've got to be kidding. Have you seen my schedule? I'm up at 6 o'clock every morning, get ready with the kids, get the kids out of school, get into work, full day at work, get in, barely get the kids' tea sorted, homework, yada, yada, off to bed, and I'm goosed and I go to bed about 7:30, 8 o'clock most nights. And she says, well, just go on the morning. Why don't you just run on the morning? If you need to start getting ready at 6 o'clock, then just get up at 5:30 and do half an hour, a couple of mornings a week. Well, it's easy when someone says, it's easy to say that.
Exactly, yeah.
Easy. And she said, do you know what, 3 months, I'll make it a habit. If you do it for 3 months, then it will become habitual as it was. So that was in the September, not last year, the year before. By the Christmas, it was just part of my routine. And then I will say all the way through lockdown, the first lockdown last year, that was my thing. I went, a lot of people really struggle. They say do something for your well-being. My thing was the running and just getting up every morning. And actually I started getting up even earlier when the mornings were light. And I would get up and go running. It would give me the headspace to get into gear for the day. And honestly, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I bet you do. Is there anything else, well, I say anything else in running that you want to achieve? I know obviously you do run each day. Is there anything obviously without, beyond Crafters Combined when it comes to running? Have you maybe thought of marathons, anything like that?
Well, last year, so my friend Deborah Meaden, so Deborah who, she's one of the other dragons on Dragon's Den with me, she asked me if I would do a virtual half marathon with her last year to raise money. So I said, yep, absolutely. And I was going to be doing that half marathon on my own. And then Laura, one of our producers here, who you'll hear us talk about all the time, she's one of the special people who gets to sit in the little box next door and keep us right, talking our way while we're on the show. So Laura was into running as well. So I said, do you fancy doing it with us just for fun? So Laura and I ran a half marathon, so 13.1 miles, or it was 21. My watch measures in kilometres, so we did 21 kilometres, and it was a day, it was absolutely tossing down with rain. We were out there, we were soaking wet, but you know what, we kept each other going, and it was brilliant.
I bet you did, yeah, because as you say, Laura as well, it works behind the scenes as well, she loves her running as well. She absolutely loves it, but I can't believe you ran that far.
Yeah. And to be honest, I can't believe, and I haven't ran that far since. But I was just chatting to her outside. Actually, I'm saying outside of our studio here. Just was sitting backstage, and I said, right. She said she's going to try and run 2,021 kilometres in 2021. I said, right, we better get a couple of half marathons in there then to get you bumped up. And I went running with Ben one morning.
I noticed that you've got Ben. I noticed because Ben likes running.
Getting everyone into it. The thing is, right, if you're on Instagram or if you're on Facebook, if you watch my stories, I keep everyone up to date in my stories every day. So yes, I'll be running nice and early in the morning. I'm going to try and get Ben into an early one on Wednesday. So plenty of behind the scenes pictures, keep you up to date.
Really, really busy, absolutely. And I know because a bit like me as well, we're always on social, we're always on Instagram. So you just go across onto Instagram, go to Sarah Davies CC, and then you're going to see all the stories. We tend to like doing stories a lot, don't we? Yeah. Something about stories. I think it's more personal. You actually get to see us and hear us and see what we're actually doing.
Well, we're both cut from the same cloth. A bit too much gossip. Stories are like the virtual way to gossip, isn't it?
It's like sometimes we crafting, we work, we doing whatever, and we go, I tell you what, let's pick up the phone, let's do a bit of an Insta story and see what everyone's saying. But thank you so much for tuning in.
Try one of my marshmallows. Go on, tell them what lemon drizzle flavour.
I love lemon.
So they are, I did them, Sugar and Crumbs, we did a few lives with Sugar and Crumbs a few times. That's my Sugar and Crumbs icing sugar and one of the recipes I found on their website. I will share it on my Insta story. Look at this, right? I'll take a photo now, and what I'll do is I will go and share a picture I'll go and share the recipe over on my Insta
Tag
story.
Me, and then I can share it as well.
Job sorted. Are they all right?
Awesome. Amazing, absolutely lovely.
Wonderful.
Love them.
Right,
thank you
have a
so
great
much.
rest of your show. You enjoy.
I will do. Thanks, Sarah.
See you all soon. Bye bye.
See you. Now, so what we're going to do is, because after all, it is my show, we've just had that lovely bit of marshmallow. need a bit of a drink. Right, let's in the next bit. What we're going to do is we're then going to show you what's coming up later on with Debbie and Joe on Masterclass. I know, I've not seen Debbie for ages, so we'll get a bit of a distant virtual hug. This is coming up at 1 p.m. They're going to be showing a range of Edgeables. It's kind of like a bit about Edgeables, but what I've chosen on these ones here is these are our border word Edgeables. So within these ones here, with them, what they are enabling you to do is to do the actual demonstration, being able to do the die cutting, but these are actually being designed by Debbie. So Debbie is the one that actually designed these ones when it comes to this full collection. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to show you them how they work. I showed you a sneak peek as to how they look. What we're then going to do is let me just move these one out of the way, because after all, it's just me that's in here on my Todd. So if I leave a mess, my fault. So let's show you what you're going to be getting within these ones here. So this is the one that I'm going to be showing you on here, and you can see on your screens I'm going to be doing these ones here. We'll get, I tell you what, do you want to have a look at the full set that you're getting, and then you'll see that there. So that's everything that you're getting all onto there. So within these ones here, you are getting best wishes, you are getting thank you, you're getting with love, you're getting hello, you're getting good luck, happy birthday, thinking of you, and funny enough, we're going to end up on congratulations. So what these do, these are all about the Edgeables, but as I say, they're going to cut the edge, but it's going to stay in place. If you're not sure what that means, let me show you. So what we're going to do is let's take our plate. So once again, I'm just going to be using our large Gemini plates. I've got the large Gemini. What I'm actually going to do is we're using the large Gemini, but let's use our junior plates because we can do that. We're going to bring in the die as well, and then just as we get ourselves set up, we'll go back across, have a look, see what everyone is saying. But this is our die here. Now you'll be able to get a good look at it here. Now what we've got on this top part here is what it's called as not having a cutting edge. So that everything above is going to stay in place. I'll explain that in a moment, but everything underneath will die cut out. So I've got my cardstock all ready to go. So let's bring in our layers here. Now you absolutely could be using the cardstock that comes within that first bundle that we showed you. I'm just going to use some of our texture cardstock here. So within this one here, I'm going to bring in some of my low tack tape just to hold down our actual die into position. So I'm bringing in one of these. I have got them all done, so you're not going to have to wait and watch me do every single layer, but we will just start to layer them up. Anyone that is wanting to know, I've cut each of these layers to 6 inches by 2 1/4, so that gives you a bit of an idea as to how big it's going to be or how small. So we've got our die now. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to bring this one into place just here. So I'm bringing it down just so the die is towards the bottom of the cardstock that you'll be able to see just there. So while I just do that, let's just get everyone's comments up and running so we can have a read in a moment. Using our low tack tape, it's just going to secure it, just going to pop it into place. It's going to hold it into place just while we are going to run through and do the die cutting. So we're just going to turn it around. We're going to then layer up our plate, and then what we can do is we can feed it through into the Gemini. So that's just going to feed it all the way through. It's then going to die cut these areas, and then what we're going to do is if we just bring these layers in just here, and then we're just going to peel these ones off. So if I just peel these bits off here, and then if we take this bit out, you'll be able to see how this die cuts. We've got all of this detail that runs right along. We've got the word that says congratulations that you can see just here. And then what it shows you as well, how I was on about, how everything above stays in place. So you can see there, nothing is die cut. All of the detail is along the bottom. And here's a little tip for you as well. See all these little circles that die cut out? You know, I wouldn't necessarily say keep them all, but if you've got a little tub of that, these work great as little embellishments. You know, instead of gems or pearls, I like to use them in place. So just a bit of a different take, or maybe if you like to do your shakers, you'll be able to use them for the inside of your shakers. So what we can do is let's do one more. Again, I've got a couple of layers already done. So I'm going to then just bring in our tool as well. Anything else that you see myself using that we don't go over, you will find across on our website, which is of course crafterscompanion.co.uk. UK.com, or if you are in Europe.eu. So what we can then do is let's bring in just another layer, just so we can explain that once again. And there is a reason I've got them to all these same sizes, because they're going to layer up on top of each other. So popping our die on top, bringing in our low-tack tape. Now, if you are an avid die cutter and you may have our Gemini Go or you may have our Gemini Mini, these will even go through these ones. Depending on the size, obviously, you know by the actual width, because it is 2¼ inches I've cut it through, it's going to go through your small die cutting machines, no problem at all. They will, of course, go through your Gemini, works best with the Gemini. But if you don't have a Gemini, any die cutting machine out there that you've got, they're classed as what we would say as a wafer thin die, so they're really, really, really small, really thin, which means they're going to go through any die cutting machine, so you don't need to worry about that. The only thing you need to just be aware of is the actual plate combination, or as we say, the plate sandwich. Not one that you're going to eat, of course, but you know, that's what we would say, the plate sandwich. So let's bring this one back out. We're going to get the same result. However, what's going to be different is, of course, the colour, because of the colour that we've used. So we're just taking these little bits out here. So if we just take these ones. So now we've got Jane. Jane's actually saying her son, he got these for Christmas, and he loves them. He loves using them. He bought them for her, and she loves them. Fab. There we go. But then let us see what you are making. You know, post your pictures. We really do want to see what you're making. That is one good son, absolutely. Maybe your husbands have bought you stuff. Maybe your wives have bought you stuff. Good to see what you are making at home. So here is 2 of them. So we've got these 2 that we're now die cut just nicely. So what I'm then just going to do is I've also just brought in a piece of patterned cardstock that we can see here. So it's a patterned cardstock. Any patterned cardstock that you've got at home will be absolutely fine. And then I'm also going to bring in a few that I've already done to start with. So the same colours I've already used, I've also done one bit of a deeper purple for this one here, and we're going to just be layering them up. Now this sheet that you can see on the back, this is just something that we do sometimes have in stock, just with everything that's going on in the world, it is taking a wee bit longer to come back in, which is our Xyron machine. However, what you can still do is use our sticky sprays, use our dotty tape runner, use our glue, any of adhesive that you've got at home works just perfectly as well. So simply, all that I'm going to do is take in one of these. So we're going to bring in one of these that we've already pre-cut that you can see here. So we've got all 3 of them and we're good to go. We're then just going to take this one here. So this is the lightest colour, and then we're going to bring in this deeper shade here. So I'm just peeling this off. Again, this has already got adhesive on the back, but you would then maybe just come on with your tape runner if you don't have a Xyron machine. I'm going to bring this one down and I'm just going to overlap it slightly. So if I then just pull this one up, so what I'm doing is you'll be able to see that light blue just coming along, just along that bottom, just nicely. It's just peeking out. Don't worry about any of this. This isn't going to be seen by the time that we're finished. We're then going to then peel this next one. So what I'm going to do is pop this one on here, and we're just going to pop these along the top too. Now, if you want to see more demonstrations, see different ways how to be using these are coming up on Masterclass 1 p.m. here in the UK. And keep in mind, it's Debbie and it's Jo. So Debbie is the one that came up with this idea, this concept of the sentiments within the die. So no one better to actually show you what you can be doing with them than Debbie. So now what I'm going to do is, because we've got these 2 bits good to go, and I know you're maybe thinking that it's maybe just a little bit fussy there that you can't see, but what I'm going to do now is, this is something that I've already pre-done. So these little bits here, I've die cut this sentiment die into white cardstock. This is what we would class as the waste. So all these little bits that come out, you could use a pokey tool or your brush just to take all these little bits out. And what I've done is, again, I've just popped it through my Xyron, but you could just use your tacky glue, just with your little fine nib. You're just going to pop adhesive onto the back, and then what happens is that's going to make it sticky, and then that's just going to enable you to just pop it back into place. So what we'll start to do is let's bring some of these back in. So let's do a few of them, just so you can see how it's actually done. Now this is where something like your pokey tool is invaluable. This is something that you want to be using time and time again, because it helps. So we're popping all these bits back into place. So what we can do is we can just pop this all the way in. Now I'm not going to spend the full time doing all of these, but we will start to just assemble it. We'll bring back in the box that I've already done in the first demonstration to let you see what it looks like. And then we're going to go on, we're going to have a read of a few comments and see what you're all saying. But not forgetting, this is going to be coming up in masterclass later on. Now you would just carry on, you're just going to finish off that last bit just here, popping in all of the little bits. Let's bring in this bit of cardstock as well. Just pop in a bit of adhesive all the way along the back here. Now I'm popping it onto a bit of cardstock, it just stabilises it that wee bit better. Then what I can do is bring this one back, layer that one over the top into place there. You can neaten it up with your paper trimmer, your guillotine, whatever you have at home that you feel comfortable using. And then we're just going to trim that one. So we're just going to trim that excess bit off here. Now this is where it starts to come together. It's going to really pop out. It's really going to enhance that sentiment that runs along the bottom that you can see here. Then if I bring in that box that we've done right at the very start, this lets you see how you can then decorate all of these little white bits that I've just popped into place that you can see here. Again, we've finished off with that sentiment. So this is where it could be the edgeable of a card, or what you can then do is you can then, of course, just pop it onto boxes or anything to decorate. It's entirely up to yourself. So that's just one of the things that you can then be doing when it comes to the actual edgeables. So what we're going to do is let's pop this to the side. Let's have a look, see what everyone is saying. So saying hi to Liz. Liz is actually popping on and saying hi to you, saying, have to confess, I bought this die set a while ago. And you've never used them, Liz. Come on. Get them used, have a look, see what you can make with them, and then share some ideas onto our Facebook. Diane, I don't get up this early for anybody, but Craig, you're so special. I had to be here for your very first show. Thank you so much, Diane. Crafty Stacey on YouTube saying, loving the show this morning. It's like a good old catch-up. It absolutely is, isn't it? Certainly for a Monday as well. It's nice to see what everyone is saying. Sarah saying, Craig, you're doing such a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Bit nervous, but you know, it's just the beginning. Not forget, we're going to be here every single day, Monday to Friday, for an hour. And then we have got Sonia saying, wow, I just got through running right now. Now I'm here. Well, you caught us in time, which is great. Laura Fair is saying that you miss running. A lot of you actually are saying that you do running, or you've not been doing running for a while. You might need to get into it. Lynn is saying, I'm doing remote teaching from home and watching with the AirPods in one ear. How many of you are actually either doing some work, maybe doing a bit of teaching, and you've maybe got one of your earphones in and watching? Because I know there's many of you that do that, or you're sitting at your desk. So keep on commenting and see what you're all saying. Really nice to see what you're all saying. Christine is also saying, Craig, you're doing a fantastic job on your first show. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comments. Right, so if you want to see more about the Edgeables, if you love the Edgeables, then what you're going to do is 1 p.m, you're going to be tuning in for masterclass. It's going to be Debbie and Joe. They're going to go through a range of different things, different styles, different looks that you can be doing when it comes to the Edgeables. A few different ways as well as obviously your cards that you can be doing. Right, we're going to go into now, we're going to check in with my mum. Mum, are you there?
I am.
There she is indeed. Hiya, Mum, how you doing?
I'm
now,
fine, thank you.
Yes, I'm doing good, I'm doing so good. Did you grab something that I had made you in the past?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you grab what I made you in the past? Something special that I made you?
Yes, I did.
What was it? What was it that I made you that you've kept? Well, actually, I know you've kept a lot of things, but what was it that you've kept and you're showing today?
Well, my favourite is your scrapbooks that you made for my 50th.
Right, yeah.
It's huge, Craig. I can't pick it up and show. I could show the thing you made for the nice anniversary.
Yeah.
The way.
Yeah, show that. That would be good to see.
Right.
That'd be really good. I remember that. I remember doing that one.
Yeah.
That was for your anniversary, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
They were. That was. I was.
DVD
We put your
inside.
DVD in.
Yeah, you put the DVD in. If I can get that out. It's a bit stuck. Anyway.
Don't worry. I've got all the pops. Now, because, Mum, where was it that you and John got married?
We got married in Florida.
Yeah, we did indeed. Well, I say we did. Well, me and Paul, older brother, we came too as well, you know, but it was the four of us who got married. It was Cypress Groves, wasn't it?
Yes, Cypress Grove Gardens.
Yeah, it was lovely.
I do actually have one of you, your brother.
Do you?
Us.
Oh, look, there's the four of us. So that's my stepdad.
And that's at Cypress Grove.
Yeah, so that's John and you. And then obviously me on the left hand. Gosh, look at me. Oh, look at me. And then my older.
You were a young boy then.
Yeah. I hope Paul's not watching. I don't think he'll be too chuffed you were showing his picture.
He's still out.
Oh, is he out? He's probably out on the golf course.
Bro.
Oh, there's the two of us. Lift it up a wee bit, Mum. Lift it up. There we go.
Yep.
It's kind of like our boy band pose. They were back in the day, yeah. And then you on the back. God.
That was a celebrating.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Erin, actually, in the gallery, because we've got Erin, we've got Liam, is actually asking, now I know this question, I know this answer. Did I get my crafty side from you?
No, you didn't.
No, I did not. No, I didn't.
Definitely not.
No, definitely not. I was trying to think though, so I would have thought actually, I'm going to actually share some pictures onto my Facebook later on. We're going to be showing a picture of me and you in a minute. But I would have said it was my granddad that I got my crafty side, because he'd done a lot of drawings, and I actually looked out some drawings last night. I'm going to post onto my Facebook and that, and maybe I'll give them to Erin and Liam, maybe get them up for another day as well. But then this is actually, believe it or not, this isn't actually the first time I've kind of been on TV, or actually either of us have we? I know we've got a picture just coming up in a moment. Check this one out. Look at that. That was back in March 1999, me and you.
That was for Mother's Day.
That's right.
Mother's Day special.
Yeah, Mother's Day and a comic relief special. Obviously here in the UK we do a comic relief charity. So that's me and you. Look at that. Oh gosh, can't believe that was so long ago. Was that like 21 years ago or something like that? Scary.
Oh, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's 20, 20 years, right, 20 years ago, yeah.
Well, let's not have an argument live. Let's not have one.
We don't argue,
we don't actually. We don't lie. Rightio. So is there anything that you would tell the viewers about me that I wouldn't?
That you suffer from Crohn's disease?
Okay, yes. Some might know that, but a lot of people might not actually know that. Yeah, absolutely. That's something that I do. So if you don't do, obviously it's something, and it's why I got into crafting. That's the exact reason that I got into crafting all these years ago. And obviously I used to do it on the dining room table, didn't I? As well as the bedroom.
I have one here, Craig, to show if you want.
Yeah. Okay. What is it? What? Oh. Wow. Gosh, look at that, yeah. There we go. Now, whatever you do not show Bernie that one. Do not show Bernie on our soft crafts, that's for sure. But yeah, oh God, I can't actually even remember doing that. I know it was obviously a horse, because you love your horses. I know that's why I done that one. But that's something I didn't even get my sewing skills from you either, did I?
No. You didn't. But then you also were into horses as well, remember?
That's right. I did. Yeah, I did. I used to really be into horses as well. God, that was quite a long time ago. But, Mum, thank you so much for tuning in and coming in on my first show. I think though, maybe by the looks of it, I think maybe we need to do it again sometime. Are you up for that?
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh, brilliant.
Show more things, more of your craft from past.
There you go. Yeah, you can get digging out and seeing all the different things as well. Actually, we should actually post some pictures of that cupboard. The guys, Adam and that, were all away with the cupboard when we were doing Skype tests with all the characters that I painted. So I must pictures of that. So we'll do that another day as well. But again, thank you so much, Mum, and I'll give you a FaceTime later on today.
Okay.
Okay, doke. See you later on. Bye. Oh, that's my mum. That's my mum tuning in. Rightio, we have got now one last preview to show you, and this is my final pick, which is coming up on Monday Makers at 4 p.m, which is with me, and it's something that, again, I picked, as I just said, because I love these ones. I love our apertures, I love our silhouettes, and these are then going to be our animal ones that we are choosing. So within these ones here, you're getting that selection, you're getting the 4 of them, you're getting the deer, or the stag as I like to call it, you've got the butterfly as well as the bumblebee. Now, we've got the rabbit as well. If you guys from the States are watching, that bumblebee was not available on HSN. So if you didn't get that originally and it's something that you actually want to get now, you want to tune in, then do that. Tune in on Monday Makers with myself and Joe, and we're going to show you so much more. But let's just give you a wee bit of a teaser as to what you can be doing with it, because there's so many things, because it is an aperture die set. By being an aperture, what it means is that we're going to take the deer, or the stag as I like to call it, stag in Scotland. You'll be able to see in here that we've got several dies. Let's see if I've got another bit of cardstock, just to pop that underneath so you get a better view. Let's just pop that one here. So this is where you've got, if I turn it that way, so you've got the option to do all of your apertures, because you've got separate dies. You've got the detail die that has the deer or the stag in them. You've got the outside, you've got the trees, you've got the branches, you've got even some sentiments as well. So you can have a lot of fun when it comes to this set, when it comes to this collection. Use all of them, use one of them, it's entirely up to yourself. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to use our junior plates. Let's just, again, just quickly, let's just see what everyone is saying. Oh, a lot of love for my mum. You love seeing her when I do lives from home. She pops on sometimes, and you're always so nice. She sent her so many lovely happy birthday messages last week, which I know she really appreciated. So what we can do now is bringing in our junior plates for this one here. Now when it comes to silhouettes, of course you can do any colour that you want. I do like to do blacks and browns because I think that really adds to the effect. So I've got some black cardstock here. This is just our matte black cardstock, but it could be any, and I've cut it to 5 by 5. So what we can then do is if I bring the centre die, so you've got your outside die, use it on its own. It's a matte layer if you want, create an aperture with it. But what I'm doing is if I bring this one into place here, and this is where you've got the deer, you've got the little deer as well. It's so, so cute. The detail that you get within it is so, so cute. So what I'm going to do is pop that one into the middle just there. Now we've got, certainly in Scotland, we do have more stags when it comes to Scotland, more of the stags. I don't actually know I know obviously a stag and a deer is obviously different in some form. I don't know if there's, we might have to search for that one later on, tuning in maybe the next show we're back on is Craftfault, we'll maybe see if we can find that out. But certainly when it comes to Scotland, we would say that the stag, it's really nice to have that stag. So many of us have stag apertures or stag frames on our walls. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to pop this into the middle of my cardstock, and I'm just going to tape it down. You could be more precise if you want to measure it. I'm just going to just tape it down with my low tack tape. Because it's a wafer thin die, again, it's going to go through any of your die cutting machines, but I'm just going to layer this one up and we can run it through the Gemini. Think about the things that you can then be popping on the background. This is all the different things that you could do when it comes to your inking, when it comes to obviously your mixed media backgrounds. This is kind of thing as what Monday Makers is all about. It's about more advanced. So it's then bringing your cars, your project, anything that you're making to the next level. So you've maybe been crafting for a wee while. You're maybe just getting a bit stuck in a rut like we do sometimes, not sure what to create. Then what you can then do is tune in to Monday Makers. We'll give you some more advanced information, advanced detail, ideas as to what you can be creating with your products. So there we go, straight away we have got our stag. Look, I absolutely love that look, absolutely love it. So what I'm then going to do is if I pop that one to the side, I'm going to bring in a piece of craft card here, and with this one here, for anyone wondering, it is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This is just our craft card, and I'm going to take this next die. So this one here, you've got all your tree trunks, you've got all that branches you can see when it comes into there. You've got all the little die cut details as well as the embossed detail. And this also cuts out. So although I've cut that to a specific size, you don't need to really worry, because what happens is it will cut itself. And if I run that one through, just taping it on just lightly, we're going to press that one into place. Let's bring my plates in once again. So we're going to do our plate combination. In case you're wondering, when it comes to the Gemini with ours, when I'm saying the plate combination, it is our base cutting plate. We have our die and we have our cardstock. We've then got our plastic shim, magnetic, and then our top cutting plate. That then gives us the look of this. So if I pop these bits out, so let's take these ones out here. You've got little release holes, but that is just tiny little holes that enable you to take the die out. Let's see this one here. So you can see, so if I bring that one into there, so look how you've got that there. Now, if we then bring these layers in, so you could mix and match, so you can have them in the back, in the front, so you can create your scenes, your dimension, as if you're looking out, looking in, it's up to yourself. But I believe we do have some info on whether the stag or the deer. So Stephanie has said that the stag is a male deer, and Joe is saying that the female is a doe. So is that the sound of music? Doe, a deer, a female deer. There you go. Yeah, see, we won't go down that singing route. Not yet. Not yet. Because I can't sing. That's why not, Ern and Liam. That's why not. Right, so what we've done, talking about Scotland, got to have a bit of plaid, a bit of tartan. So this is, in case you're wondering, this is just from one of Sarah's Winter Tales collection. So we've got this layered up here. Now you can, of course, pop that onto a card blank. I'm just going to simply layer it up for the moment, but it's going to let you see how you can then pop it into a frame. So this is where your home decor comes. This is where Monday Makers come into play to let you see all these different things that you can be doing. So what we can do is let's bring in our stag that we've got here. I know it's a deer that we got, because you've got the deer, so you can see here. Well, then what I can just do is bring in another piece of cardstock. So this is another bit of craft card that we've got. Now this blue, this is any inking technique, sparkle technique. Again, this is the sort of thing, if you tune into Monday Makers, you're going to see taking it to the next level. So this is going to be our backdrop here. So then what we can just do is if we start to bring these in, we can layer, we can have some fun and play about with how it looks. So if I bring in this one here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our dotty tape runner that you can see. This is dotty because then this just means the adhesive is just going to go onto all of these tiny little die cut elements here. So I'm going to go all the way around, and for this one what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that over the top. So I've cut my blue cardstock, because it could be pattern paper if you want, just to the right size. So you can see how you've got, obviously, that backdrop. So that could then be, obviously, nighttime. That could then be, obviously, the morning time. It could be crispy or summer, any time of the year that you so wish. So then what I'm also going to do is if I bring in, let's bring in some foam pads. Cannot have the first show without popping some foam pads on. So this is just going to add a bit of height. So we can just pop all these ones all the way around. Again, bringing in more height to your card. You don't have to use height if you don't want to, but sometimes it really does look quite effective. This one here, what I'm going to do, popping some double-sided tape all the way around. This is then going to sit nicely over the top, and we're just going to place that into place, and I'm just going to press. Bringing in our foam pads, I would then pop more foam pads behind the deers just to really stabilise on the backdrop, but I'm just going to take these ones off. Could use your Collal glue gel if you want. If I set that one over the top, and that's going to sit nicely, and that's all that I'm going to do. You do get your dies, so you've got your sentiments, so you've got deer, you've got friend, you've got the moon, you've got the star. So you can have a play. You can change, obviously, the scenes, the seasons, the way it looks, the size, whether it's a card, whether it is obviously home decor. If you tune into Monday Makers later on, I've got a couple of demonstrations using this range. I've got another one with this selection here, with the deer, and I'm going to show you how you can do more of a concept, taking it away from card making. But what we can do before we go on to our next bit, another wee bit of a teaser, I'm looking forward to this next bit as well. Let's have a look and let's say hello to so many of you saying, Diane, love seeing the picture of Craig's life. Oh, yeah, that was obviously me and Mum from many years ago. Karen saying, what a special relationship you and your mum have. The love is obvious, and she must be so proud. Well, she says that she's proud. I know that she's proud. We are very close. Obviously, she alluded to, obviously, my health having grown, so that's made us really close over the years as well. Diane saying, Craig, can you share the birthday card you sent your mum for her birthday a few days ago? Absolutely, I can do, no problem at all. I know my mum won't mind. So if she's probably still watching this, so mum, if you take a picture, send it to me, I can pop it onto my social media. If she's maybe going away for a cup of tea, I'll get a picture later on, don't worry. Tammy saying stag is a male deer, doe is a female deer. We've got Data is saying, when we go to the Cairn River, glamping, we feed the deer every day. They love corn tortillas. There's something. I doubt they'll like the dip and the cheese to go with it. You never know, they might do. They might come up to us. They are so beautiful. God, I've never seen a stag or a deer, so clue. Right, okie doke. Now, on Monday Makers, I almost forgot to tell you, you wait for this, you ready for this? For the first one of 2021, we are going to be showing you and telling you who our first craft ambassador is. That's our first craft ambassador of 2021. So we're going to be showing you. So now, are you ready for this one? We're going to bring you new guest for my show. I could not have a show without having this person on. My good friend, never too scared to dress up, have fun, and I don't know if he's in his comfies or if he's dressed up a dog or what he is, but I've got to have Ben. Ben's on the show. Hey Ben, can you hear me?
I can, mate.
Hey, look at you. Oh, who's that you've got?
Well, yeah, the thing is, first of all, I've been watching What a Brilliant Show first up, and secondly, I saw your mum earlier. She was all dressed up, and I'm literally here in my comfies. I haven't brushed my hair or anything, and the dogs joined me as well. Look, Matt's waving. Hello.
Hello.
There he is.
Oh, I could guarantee my mum's probably been up from like 5 a.m. trying to get ready because that's just what she's like. She was all nervous. She's the one that was nervous, and it's me that's odd. But you know, Ben, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it and zooming in. Now, when you're at home, what's it that you've been doing? I know you've been doing a bit of homeschooling, haven't you? You've been doing things just to pass the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? It was funny actually watching Sarah earlier on. The dog's going now. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of running, trying to get fit again. But Laura actually likes it. My wife likes it when I'm home because I don't know whether it's my company she likes particularly. I think it's more for the fact that I'm here, able to help out with the homeschooling and stuff with the kids because obviously they're home now.
Yeah.
I've got a little boy who's 12. His work is a little bit too difficult for me to help out with, so I tend to steer clear of that. But my daughter's 9, and I'm helping her with her work. It's funny actually, today we normally do it in the lounge, but she's gone up into the dining room. She seems to be getting on with it all right today, so whether or not my teaching has been so good that she now doesn't need my help anymore, I don't know. But it's stuff like, I don't know if you can do any of this. I've had to, she's not listening. I've had to Google stuff like long division and long multiplication. Have you done that recently? Because I haven't.
I can't say I've done it recently, but I have done it in the past. My little cousins, they are out of school now. They're a bit older, but when I was looking at their homework and that in the past, I was like, I haven't got a clue where to start. Would not have a clue where to start. Not a clue. Not at all.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. I do little things like, you know, we'll be sort of working in here. It's like, oh, Daddy, how do we work this one out? And I'm like, oh, just gonna go and make a cup of tea, and I'll go out quickly, Google. Long.
Yeah, that must be. It must be just trying to find obviously the best way, and I suppose best way to explain it, so to say, if you can yourself. But you know, is there a subject or that you are more comfortable with? If the kids come up to you and go, Dad, can you help me with this? And you're like, yeah, absolutely.
Well, French. I did A-level French, and funny enough, George was doing a bit of that the other day. But again, he didn't really need my help. But French, I'm pretty good at. Music as well. Although I don't get a lot of music homework. I'm thinking actually, art and craft and stuff they get now and again. So if ever that comes up, I'm thinking maybe I could tap you up on the old phone and get you to homeschool them down the phone.
That absolutely, no problem at all. It could be like, Skyping in or that and doing a bit of a craft in. But actually, I want to go back to what you just said a minute ago. So when it's saying to music, do you sing or can you play an instrument? What kind of music is it that you like to do?
A bit of everything. Do you know what? I think I ever told you, but when I was younger, my mum, she just wanted me to learn like every single musical instrument under the sun. Whether or not she wanted me to be like a one-man band or something, I'm not quite sure, but I learnt the piano, violin, guitar, So I always say I do a few things to a very average standard, but I would say if you wanted me to play you a tune, I'd go on the piano, I think, is probably what I would do. Maybe that's something for another wake-up call. I'll get on the piano, we'll have a sing-along one morning.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure we could manage to get a piano in sometime, or maybe, if you've got one, you can bring it in as well. That would be good. The only thing I can do is, the film Big, when you've got the big keyboard on the ground, you just jump about. That I could do. You maybe do, I don't know, do a musical instrument. I'll just jump about. I'm used to that. Kind of used to that.
Mate, absolutely. I'm well up for that. If you can get that in, maybe we'll do a little duet together. That would be something to tune in for.
Oh, yeah. But actually, what I want to actually now ask you, Ben, is when is it that you're next in now? Because I can't believe we're actually coming at the end of the show already. But I know that you're in later this week, but I don't know when.
I'm with you on Wednesday, I think. I'm
me?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I'm sure I'm with you on Wednesday. I've got a few shows with you because, of course, the new schedule. We've got all these new shows. I've got to be honest with you. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, but I know I have got some shows with you at some point in the next 3 days.
Yeah, that's right, because I'm in a lot of the shows as well, just to help out, just to level out the schedule for this week. So, that's fine then, that's good. I know who I'm on with on Wednesday. Ben, again, thank you so much for Skyping in. It was so good to actually see you and coming in onto the first show. And I'll definitely be doing it again, that is for sure.
Absolutely, loved it. And just before you go, you sure you don't want to do any long division or long multiplication with me before you disappear? Because I've got loads of songs you can tackle if you've got time.
Sorry, Ben, sorry, can't hear you. Sorry, Ben.
Craig,
Ben,
are you there?
Ben. No.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
No, he's gone. Sorry, but Ben. Yeah. If anyone can, if you can maybe just let Ben know and say that I would have, but obviously just connection's gone. Connection has gone. Righty-go. Let's have a look and let's see what we were actually making throughout this first show here. So we used a selection of products, 3 of the products that I chose myself that are coming up throughout the show today. So let's bring in these ones here. So these are our double-sided dies. So these are the double-sided dies that create your boxes. So these ones here, one pass through, are going to create the box. We can then just show you how it actually looks. Remember, within Craftful, it is buy one, get 2 free. So you're going to buy the double-sided die box. You're then, this is actually what it's going to look like. So this is your box here. So that is the box that you're going to get. And then what you're going to do with it, you're going to get your stamp set. So you've got your stamps to create with it. But then you're also going to get your cardstock that, it's not cut. Yours will be nice and pristine in a box. It is part from a Sarah's signature. So you're getting 4 separate colours and you're getting 6 of each of these ones here. So that's coming up on Craftful at 11 a.m. But then coming up on Masterclass is the border word Edgeable. So actually, let's bring the box back in again. This is what you can make, something like this one. It's going to be Debbie, it's going to be Joe, that's going to be on with Masterclass 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So you can see whether it's the box, whether it's going to be a card, whether it might just be a little wrap around a napkin because you've got a selection of different sentiments that you've got on. It's not just congratulations, it's things like best wishes and that as well. They're going to die cut so many different things. You've got happy birthday, you've got thinking of you, you've got congratulations, best wishes, thank you, with love, hello, and good luck. And if you think I memorised that, no chance. Thank you, Erin. Then, coming up later on 4 p.m, we've then got what we were actually just making, which is Monday Makers. So if I bring see, I'm in a complete mess, just like I am when I am at home. So let's bring this one back in. This is what we made. This is our animal silhouette dies. So this is the one that I used with the deer. Now keep in mind, if you are stateside, you wouldn't have got the option of the deer on HSN. You get the deer, you get the rabbit, you also get the butterfly, and you also get the bee. So it was the bee that wasn't available on HSN that you can now get within this bundle. So that's going to be on Monday Makers. That's going to be 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's also going to be with Joe and with myself. Monday Makers, that is all about just taking it that one step further, that little bit beyond card making. Can do it with card making, but it's just taking it to that one step further. Then finishing off the day, we're then just going to finish off with another Craftful, the last one of the day. So it's going to be products that you've seen again. Get your hands on them, but then I'm going to show you another take as well. That's going to be at 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, okay, the sweating can stop. the heart, that can slow down a bit, but I have had an absolute blast. Thank you so much for tuning in for the very first show of Wake Up Call with Craig. Thank you very much, Erin, and of course to Liam and Adam as well. We're going to be back tomorrow at the exact same time, 9 a.m. here in the UK for an hour. It's going to be 4 a.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. Pacific time. I know there's some of you that are actually up watching, so thank you so much. So what I want you to do is then just comment, let me know what you're wanting to see. Promise, as the week goes on, I will get better with demoing and chatting away with you onto online. So just to see what you're going to be seeing, what you're going to be actually making as well. It's going to be good to see. I'm going to be back. I'm going to get a quick cup of tea. I'm then going to go and grab my stuff. You're going to see me right back here for Craftfall. And let's watch that in about an hour's time. An hour's time, just time for a bit of cup of tea. And then we'll be back then to show you some more. So thank you once again. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you then. Bye.